welcome to part 2 of the Let's Play Disco Elysium with Jordan Ducharme. Very excited to be doing part 2. I was thinking about this game all week long actually, ever since the last one, so thanks for anyone that watched. I've been having a lot of fun doing it. Yeah, so let's kick it off. You remember last time I started the game with the goal in mind of being sort of a drunk, druggy cop. With my own sobriety going on right now, I figured, why not have a vicarious playthrough that's just a drunk as hell police officer. Also thinks he's a superstar. I didn't really get the good outfit going, as you might be able to see here with the jacket and the yellow rain gloves. What are some other big things that happened? I'm doing a mostly physical strong and reaction character, dexterity, so it's very different from any other playthrough I've done. I was able to get the body down on the last run through and check it out. I also punched Kuno in the face successfully, and he sort of respected me afterwards, which was sort of depressing, you know. And then also punched out Measurehead instead of you have the option of adopting his racist views or getting in a fight with him, and luckily I was strong enough to take him out. So after meeting Everart right there, is the big guy in the chair in the opening, he sort of sent me on this weird, shady mission to go send a message to a guy. And I don't really have any other option but to help him out because he's got my gun that I lost in one of my drunken escapades. So it's a quick recap from part 1, and we're going to kick it off here and see where part 2 takes us. Sorry for anyone who hates how I control the characters. I often get stuck in corners and bumble around a lot. Yeah, I hope your week's been good, by the way. Feel free, if you have any advice for me on this run through or think there's anything I should really not miss. I know it's easy to miss like characters and quest lines in this game. I don't. Part of the reason I wanted to work with Everett is because I think he's such a good character, and I never got the chance to really do his quest line in my first run through. So I want to see what it's all about. Even though he clearly isn't a trustworthy or good person, you know. We'll see what he's all about anyway, because that's what the game's all about. Am I coming through here? I should have tested myself. Yeah. Perfect. Thanks for anyone that's watching. Feel free to follow my YouTube page. Also, Funny Jordan D, I believe, where I'll be uploading these in clean versions, thanks to the great Beck Media Comedy. Beck, who had a weird comedy set last time.
Someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
I think I looked at this already.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks. The drawer opens. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara.
I don't know where those places are. I don't think I did open this last time, so...
And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coles. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Well, let's roll the dice here, guys. First roll of the day.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well.
Boom.
Concentration isn't enough. Only
That's
a
what we
trained
like to see, a little
accountant with a
handwritten note.
background in logistics would be able to really... It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Kim will know what to do with this.
One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
It's funny, electrochemistry is just always on the lookout for anything deviant. Take another
Remember,
look at the
Leo,
note.
all
Nothing.
items
All
on
right.
the list
Well,
are
hopefully I
drawn
find this Leo
smarts.
guy eventually. What's going on here? Take all. Oh, I forget what those postcards do. I don't know if they're collectible or if they'll come in handy. Oh, this guy's back up. I don't even want to talk to him. I already got what I needed. Just a button behind him. This has quickly become my new favorite way to spend a Thursday afternoon, by the way. Smoke a joint at 11:55. Get the coffee going. Disco Elysium. Thanks for anyone that's watching. Oh, I avoided talking to this guy last time, the racist lorry driver, but now that I'm a bit of a powerhouse, maybe I can have a...
Welcome to Rivachol.
Talk with this guy.
This man looks like trouble. You might not want to get into this right now.
That's what you said last
Plenty
time.
of time later.
Why are you addressing my partner like that? Let's get right to it.
Don't you welcome to Rivachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Oh yeah, Jacob. When I say
Every
sober, I
school
guess
of
it's
thought
California
and
sober.
government has failed in the city,
I'm
but I love
obviously
it
still
nonetheless.
smoking weed.
It
Probably
belongs
more
to
than
me
ever.
as much as it belongs to you.
What's happened? You sound angry, Kim. No, I'm gonna stand by
It's
Kim. I
men
know
like
what's
you
going
who
on here.
keep Rivachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
So we are in a limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I might be more inclined to this guy if his name wasn't racist lorry driver, but it's sort of...
I know exactly
It's in the
what
name.
you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Alright, Kim.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. I think we all learned something. Yeah, I gotta back up Kim here,
You
right?
do make a cute couple. You know that.
Oh, of course. He would call us gay.
Lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that's
Whatever
settled. We
you
have
say,
a couple questions.
officers.
I don't think this guy's gonna help
He
us.
smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes.
What are you
Probably.
hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months.
I'm not learning
Apples.
anything from this guy. Other than I think he's lying.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Alright. That's basically saying I'm not smart enough to call him out on an obvious lie. But hey, let's get my health up, by the way. I think I still have some beer. Oh no, I think maybe I drank it all. How can you tell with that? I don't know how many drinks it are. Oh, hell, R1. Oh yeah, 2 more uses in the bottom right corner. So, have a drink, everyone. Hopefully if you're watching at my time, you're not having one. Unless you have the day off, then you do you. I remember I wanted some cigarettes earlier too. Finally got a bit of cash. I'm just not thinking about the 100 pounds I owe the innkeeper. I think that'll sort itself out. Come on, why would...
Yes?
I wasn't even looking to talk to Kim. It makes it sort of hard to talk to him sometimes.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall. Invite.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
I'll take some of those Astra
Here you go,
cigarettes.
mister.
Thanks. I love they got their own brand for everything. They have their own word for every location. Their own type of police force. This is a really fleshed out world. This Disco Elysium. Oh, these are tools. Intellect up, health -1. I wonder if I could use it to call this guy out on his lie. Let's see here. Alright. I got the Pilsner in the right hand, cigarettes in the left. I think this guy's gonna have something to say.
A brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes Platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
That's hilarious. I've never heard cigarettes described that way.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
I don't want to light it right now. People are watching. No, I want to light it up.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here, the lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off.
Drip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Man, I'm sorry. If you are in the process of trying to quit smoking, probably listening to them described this way is not going to help you.
In the bottom right corner.
I didn't even realize that was a quest line, but that's good. I think every drug you get, you're going to get a few experience points. I smoked in my early 20s, but it gets so gross. King size, too. They fucking took like 5 minutes to smoke. Alright, well the game's sort of open from here. There's a few places I could go. I didn't go last time. I didn't even go check the other part of town. Oh wait, I was gonna see if I could see that guy lying to me. Sorry, I'm all over the map here. Let's just have a quick run through the conversation.
Looking for something?
What are you
Not much anymore. Apples? Yeah.
He's given you the runaround.
Nope.
It's
Still
not...
too-
Chain, not sheep. Actually, neither ostriches or sheep
I wasn't
bury
really
their
paying
heads in.
attention.
It's not...
Chain, not
I
sheep.
gotta stop
Actually,
just pressing
people-
buttons here.
if this guy's all the Occidentals have,
Oh? Go.
Lieutenant, not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet.
I didn't really know what I was doing there. I was just trying to get out of that conversation. Alright, so yeah, I've gone up there with the body. I haven't gone down south towards the shop. I remember there being a shop down there. That might be useful, actually. Even though I have essentially no money. There's also an important... the boss of the West Pines I haven't spoken to. Oh, there's just a bunch of stuff here. You never know, because sometimes you click it and
There are
it's just-
clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
You
Crowds
find
to
your
the
hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Wow, you gotta love this guy. Find something worth salvaging. That's a pretty good chance. Let's roll the dice.
Something cold
Boom.
grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker.
A
Surf,
windbreaker.
it says, but also
Surfer sports
wind,
type windbreaker.
practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you.
I forgot how
Possibly
much I
because
love
of
the
the
dice
awful
rolls in this game, by the
typeface.
way. It just feels so good to get a green one. I hope I get nothing but green dice rolls this part of the run through.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
For fuck. I need more money. I'll be back for that windbreaker.
you see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land.
I can
Sneakers.
see you have a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eye.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Gotta love those descriptions. I don't even remember what shoes my guy is wearing at the
Those
moment.
sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest
50
found
real.
sneakers.
Get out of
Only
town.
That's madness.
Yeah, exactly. I love this guy's just set up shop in this fucking like empty parking space, by the way. Surprised he isn't getting hassled from the authorities. Right, so that's the drawbridge, but it's up. I remember that, you can't get in there. Can I open this? Oh, some gloves. Fingerless gloves. Meant for crime. What else could they be for? If not to steal from people. But I do love my yellow gardening gloves. 1+ to interfacing. How good are these going to be? Oh, electrochemistry. That's sort of the stat I'm trying to build. They look a bit cooler. Look how good the beer looks in that fingerless glove. So I think I'm going to have to stick with these guys. Alright. 7:15. Who's this fella?
G'day to you, officers.
Oh, I like that accent. He's cutting an apple, I think.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
Do you know what caused this wreckage? No, I'm gonna ask what he's doing here first.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Man, right in front of the guy.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
The man on the waterlock picks off a skin of the slice of the salami and takes a sizable bite. I love the details.
I wasn't here
You know
to
what
witness
caused this
it,
wreckage?
but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershell.
Tire marks. If I know me,
Too bad it
I'm
also
guessing I
takes a
caused this
year and a day
wreckage.
to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest
You
of the
know
coast is
for
closed
that.
off till then.
can I have some of that salami? Oh, I thought it'd never give me an option.
Sure thing.
Oh, nice.
It is salty, it is savory, it is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Oh, Kim has some salami as well. It does. That they nailed that. What they said about the hangover too. It does make salt taste better. All right. Goodbye. That was a pleasant interaction. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash, faster times. Fast cash for faster times. That's a pretty good slogan. Alright, classic thrift shop. You gotta love a store like this. When you see this in real life, other than the guy behind bulletproof glass, that's sort of off-putting, but when it's just stacks of shit and old looking stuff, you can find something of value here. Mostly military wear with a few eccentric fashions. There's gotta be something
Wow,
I'd like.
a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning.
Well, it sounds like it's Kratos.
The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
How much you say? I want the shirt.
2 real.
2 real. God damn it. I'm
That's
0.7
dirty.
behind. Couldn't you just give it to me for free?
Why?
He's a superstar, I'm a superstar, it would be perfect.
I suppose that makes sense, yes.
Oh, wow.
Please go ahead and take it. Welcome to Heimdall.
Wow, Bird's Nest Roy. Awesome. When's the last shitty character I've seen in this game? They're all awesome. And there you can see, that's not Kratos, but you can see the shirt. -2 authority, because I'm too old for the shirt, but 1 shivers and 1 physical instrument. So it makes me physically stronger. That's how inspiring it is. But I really don't like that -2 authority, and I'm pretty sure my wife beater is better. Yeah, that's just 1 physical instrument, so not worth it to me. As much as cool as the shirt is, I will still take it for free here. Off Bird Nest Roy.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
I would never bust Bird's Nest Roy. How much for the street light?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
700?
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
That's like more money than I don't even know if you can get that in this game. I've never had, I think, more than 100.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
I'm gonna make this a long-term goal in my run to buy this street lamp. I feel if I can get 700 real, I'm gonna start penny pinching just to see what happens.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback,
That noise is
others
sort of
in
annoying.
rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table. I love this interfacing. Let's see.
Why? What's this?
Beautiful.
A
Another
headless
green
man
roll.
riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Wow, I love this Fallon brand. It's just taking my character.
Oh, that's the headless phone rider.
The Headless Fallen Rider. Of course, I know what he's talking
There's
about.
been a lot of interest in that particular figurine. I had to hide it so it wouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, you needed a guy with a high interfacing skill to come
He
by.
doesn't elaborate on these wrong hands.
I've heard about it. I've heard the headless phone rider ride the headless Buddha.
Yes,
Yeah,
there are
that's
several
what's going on.
competing versions of the story, but I believe this figurine is a more canonical representation. The headless phone rider. It's an urban legend. About 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw
50
in the
cents.
tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something.
I know
That
I was
part
just
of the
talking about
story has many
penny pinching, but
interpretations. Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky?
yeah, it's lucky.
Always
Probably gonna
carry
come
it
back.
with you.
In this game, I feel like nothing is for nothing. I could probably even inspect it or something like that. Alright, where to go from here? The stores were great. To be honest, I didn't have a lot of money. Bit of a waste of time. Hey Jacob, how's the screen look, by the way? Does it need more light, or is it fine? I'm toying around with the circle or the classic square people go for on Twitch. If you're seeing this on YouTube, feel free to reach out in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. I don't want to talk to these guys. I remember them being sort of boring.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi...
Oh, wow. I forgot me and Kim would separate eventually. Well, I get up to more illicit things. The cover sends a very muscular man surrounded by flames. Look, sounds like my t-shirt I just got.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Oh, what a nice little girl. A young girl with a chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello, I am the law.
I know, sir.
She stumps her feet to feel warmer. Oh wow, so she's just freezing out here.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Oh, I just got a breakthrough, guys. Do I want a new and exciting book? Is it okay if I ask you the questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts her eyes wide as if recalling something. What kind of name is Plaisance? I've never heard that before. Watch someone else say it's from some book.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people.
So she's a sandwich board, basically. She just tells you about the deals. I should have a word with the store owner. Should I be a good guy here?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Yeah, this is borderline child abuse, but do I care? I'll come back. I know who she is.
Some kind of superstar.
Alright, we love to see it.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Jeez. I like letting those go all the way through because they're very bizarre and interesting. So I am now the superstar cop, I think. The bonuses, -1 of logic. That's the price of self-delusion. But my learning cap for all these other things is raised to 6. I don't know if that's worth it at all. But here we go. The lonesome long road home. Oh, that's very close to being soon. We'll have another listen in a minute here. So, the little girl is freezing. I can come back and help her in a minute, probably. Nothing I can't do. The job for every man. This guy looks down on his luck. Listen, boy, I don't start trouble. I fix it. Wow. The distant squall of seabirds. God, I hate pigeons. Even in this game. Nice. I got a plastic bag. I remember I can collect bottles with that and get money. Like a classic hobo cop. Nice. £2.10. 2 real 10. I don't know what they call their pence in this game. Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Right. Yeah, this really does have the vibe of a war-torn sort of rundown place. You've got like, you know, freezing kids and drunks. And the cops are guys like me. What's this?
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says
No thanks. I need to save my money for a giant street light that caught my eye. I have to get from Bird next to Roy. A lonely command surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Very poetic. What's going on in here? Can I sneak under here? Autosave. That's never good. Nope. Just another note. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint? Oh yeah, there's paint everywhere.
Hey! Up here, Piggo!
Piggo?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
Wow. That's a lot. Cindy the Skull.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
Well, once again, Kim coming out pretty hard against communism.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
That's sort of fucked up. Don't use that tone with me. I am the law.
Sod off, pigman. Art is above the law.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside. Do you know anything about the recent murder? I'm just going to try stick to the murder.
I ain't no snitch, Pigstein.
But,
Go
yeah,
forth and forage in someone else.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
Oh, she's looking at that lady on the boat. That boat looks like the fanciest thing I've seen in this entire game so far. And it's still not great.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
The woman on the boat does not notice the staring. She looks alright.
That was on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
Right. That's the other lady I need to talk to. I think I'll get quest points just from speaking to her. Maybe get a level up.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Sounds good, Kim.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Azan.
Azan. That must be the other capital, I don't know. The other island. Alright.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've...
I wish, as a cop, I could just sort of fuck her up for talking to me that way, but... Alright.
Lonesome. Long way home.
Another breakthrough. Let's sit back and listen.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Damn. Oh, whoops. I forgot to look at the bonus. Learning cap for perception rated to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. Again, these aren't like great bonuses. Even ace is low. 2 empathy towards Kip's Karagi. That was a good one. These other two aren't great, but who knows? They're pretty easy. You're just sort of learning them as you go around. I can't open this. I thought I had a tool for shit like that. Or a pry bar. Alright, it worked. Nice. That looks cool. A blue naval coat. That might even be cooler than what I have on. One suggestion, -1 half-light, as opposed to my +1 spirit to corpse and +1 shivers. Sorry. As cool as that looks. As much as I want to get a naval jacket in real life, I'm gonna have to stick with this, which actually also looks pretty cool. My Avril Lavigne-like tie doesn't really do the outfit justice, but I like the coat. I'll go in that room afterwards, but sort of set it up, so I gotta talk to this lady. I might be missing stuff here. Nice. Some magnesium. Your room in the whirling isn't much bigger than the sleep. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life. Yeah, so the game is sort of confirming what I was saying. This boat is fancy for the world we've seen so far.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
Joyce, right off the bat, I don't know if I like your tone.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Nice guess. I think that's why she's being nice. What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Ah, not too bad. I'm gonna shake her hand. I want to be friendly with everybody. Until they give me a reason not to be.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Wow. Interfacing, suggesting she might be a bit evil.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
Alright.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Again, I'm gonna make the statement that Kim is truly at fault for putting me in these positions. So let's see where this interview goes.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
Oh, Kim gave me a wink?
How interesting.
She turns
I wish
unfazed.
you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Tell me about the Wild Pines.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. The
Yeah, what do
Pines'
they
core
do?
competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
So it's
And that
just...
is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
This whole area we've seen so far is just based around the shipping containers, and when it's shut down, everything grinds to a halt. How much money does the Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Okay.
A billion?
So, Wild Pines is a mega corporation. The money I owe is so much less than that, that's all I'm thinking.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Where do they get their money?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
I feel like I'm just getting the... You know when you go into a company and there's like the tour they give you in the base level? Like the Shinra Tech tour in Final Fantasy VII, that's this lady. So unless I can like throw her off her game or something, You know something about these tattoos? Oh, right, I gotta decipher that
That's
photo.
the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So do you know something about the tattoos?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I
That
hope
is-
there is something else I can help you with.
That is a cop move of just showing them a fucked up picture and being like, hey, what do you know? You seem rich, can I have some money? Right, the whole first part of the game I've just been asking people for money, and I'm going to continue that.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
What?
What is this? An athletic challenge? Scream it from the top of your lungs immediately. Show that asshole.
I will.
You're thinking it, but your lips are not moving. Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics or what lustrous hair.
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob, positively statuesque, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry. Wealth and all its possibilities.
Yeah,
now
so.
look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own laces.
I don't
You're
need to take this.
Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
I don't like that it's forcing this shame on me. I like being a superstar cop that's just begging people for money. I'm not ashamed, is what I'm going to say.
But you are. Too ashamed to ask this person for...
As I was saying,
All
if
right.
there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
I heard of bill. My chance of getting this goes up because she mentioned billions of real. So I am going to roll the dice here. This might be my first failure of the day, but let's hope not.
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth.
Money.
Excuse me?
No, I
Of
didn't.
course.
Alright, that's locked for a while.
Of course.
I don't think if I do, she'll give me that much, but who knows. What's that green thing? I know if it's far away, it's usually just a message. Looks like there was construction done here once, decades ago. Can I go in
A
here?
sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's
Knock.
locked. The door rattles against your knuckles. But the door rattles again. But this time, you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Is she holding a shotgun? What is she? Or a stick? This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
I'm not
No,
joking.
I already told you. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Wow.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, get my back here.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just
Wow. So being a cop really doesn't mean shit here. Just to hammer home that point. No one respects you. You cannot get people to open the door.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
I think if my intelligence was at like a 9, I'd be able to see right through that. More money, more pills. Could be better. I don't know why. It's one of these games where it's just very satisfying picking stuff up.
So much for a quiet smoke.
Getting new clothes is awesome as well. Even when you don't use them. I just like having a big collection. That navy jacket was a bit of a thrill earlier. What's in the box? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Healing item and an orange bum hat. Oh, I don't have a hat. My rhetoric goes down, but reaction speed up 1. That's a fair trade-off. My rhetoric's already in the pits. Wow. That really is a hobo hat. I love it. It matches the pants as well. What's not to love? What you saying? Sorry. One sec. Alright. Sorry, I was just responding to a message there. I think this is the place I need to threaten for Everard.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime, and then some.
That's probably the door Everard mentioned. We still need to get the key from this manana first, though.
Oh, god damn it. I missed that part. I have to talk to Manana and get a key from him. Just checking that I'm coming through okay. Yeah, that sounds good. The music just sort of kicks in randomly. And I'm never unhappy to hear it. Is there any way to pick up these bottles? I thought I got a bag earlier. I didn't want to talk to them. That's what I thought.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Cam, look, bullet holes.
Where? There? Those are old. We should focus on present crimes.
Oh, I didn't get any experience for talking to that other lady. What are my quests? Interview the Wild Pines rep. Did I just not interview her properly? Alright. I'm gonna get my experience points from talking to her. I'm gonna go back to the body, give it a once-over. I'm gonna get the key from Mignana. I got a bit of a to-do list before the day ends here.
You're
I
back.
guess, yeah, I didn't ask her about the body.
What
What
can I
can you
help
tell me
you
about the
with?
lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
There we go. Oh, fuck. The badge number again.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
That's nice. It's cool that because Everett told me my name, now Kim can use it sort of as leverage here. I assume if I had my badge, he'd also just give my badge number.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
I'm gonna
see.
use the episode.
So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
It's possible after a night of heavy drinking, I lost all my memory of my life in the world.
Oh, dear. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I
Thank you, Kim.
sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
It's a red check. It cannot be retried. But I mean, it's either come back to her with a badge or just get this roll anyway. So, fuck it.
Feelings will guide the way.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
Officer,
Wow, it hurt my morale trying to reason with her.
you know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting it. evidence.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
Is this going to work out anyway?
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Wow. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it. Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Okay. Now Kim's gonna probably give me a light brow beating.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did I hope
Honestly,
it would go?
I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands. No, if there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we're on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
I didn't even really clock that. Yeah, she is just sort of using me to get her dirty.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Well, we could, find the badge.
That would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is locked. You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take...
Okay. I know I am going to stumble upon the badge, and I'm not really that interested in her side quest, so I'm just going to leave that on the back burner. Walking around with a pry bar is sort of funny. Wait, can't get in there. Gonna go back around to the body. I don't really want to deal with the bookstore. I'm pretty sure I can go set the mom straight, but where's that? The books appear to be erotica. That's the electrochemistry jumping out, weighing in. There's Kuno down on his luck. There's the body.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
That one's locked because I haven't raised my inland empire. I have to do a field autopsy.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Yeah, I already have gloves.
Fine. It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes note, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
Do we need a scalpel?
A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
Do you have another pair?
Unfortunately, no. They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes. In your paperwork, officer, just fill out the field autopsy form.
I've lost my paperwork.
Now they only have one paperwork too.
Officer, what haven't you lost?
I still have my disco trousers.
Yes, barely. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several, actually. But only if it helps move.
As you say the words, you find yourself peering from the corner of your eye. To where? To the west. A trash container, yellow and capsule-like, lying in the corner of the yard.
I guess you've got to start finding at least some of the things you've lost before they hurt someone. We should locate your ledger, then hurry back to the autopsy.
I knew it. That is something I remembered, that my paperwork is in here. And I have a pry bar, so I think it's as easy as popping this thing open.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that
Why
says...
am I looking at you? You're a
"Will it
trash
in
container.
rags."
You can talk to objects in this game. I remember patting a mailbox like a dog and getting a
Just
points
a
for
trash container. There, your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from...
Did someone say pry bar?
Fuck yeah, pry bar.
Pry bar, pry bar. Your palms yearn its cold touch, to grasp it once more, as you've done so many times.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
I don't want to talk to that guy.
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar and pry this baby wide open.
Alright. Dress code rummager. Let's go for it.
Force time isn't happening.
Come on.
What
Snake
is
eyes.
this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help.
Let's ask
I
the
can't
manager
pry
for
it
the
open.
key. This is clearly not working.
I'm gonna let it
The
go.
dumpster is goading you.
That sucks, you know. I thought with doing a physical build, I was like, you know, gonna be able to do all this shit, no problem. And instead, I'm constantly failing. Measurehead fucked me up the first time I tried to fight him. I had to raise the stat. Alright. Let's talk to Gart. I love... It's been, I think, 4 hours in the game's daytime, and he's still working on this bird in the exact same way.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container in the back yours? I have so many questions I could ask him.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors, too. They put their trash there, and they don't pay for the garbage company.
That's fair. I worked at a bar that did the same thing, and it was disgusting because the fucking lock was all covered in
I
garbage.
thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
Of
It
course.
seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
What
Prod
is
at him
this feeling?
and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous, guarding your leftovers from the poor? No, I sort of get it, so I'm just going to
What do you
avoid
need
this.
them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Perfect. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. Just so you know.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we
I need
sing
a
this
drink.
place to shit.
I'm sober, I just noticed.
Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this... Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this?
Wow, that felt personal. I have to wear a bow tie for my real life job.
Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
Why? I'll go along with that.
Because I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted?
Please make an exception. I got the shakes bad, man. I need my pacifier.
Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir.
Wow. I thought I would have actually got him. But speaking of which, I'm going to finish off my beer here. Since the pry bar didn't work. Or is that just an empty bottle there? Why didn't that work? Uses left. One, right? I don't need to be holding a pry bar either, to be honest. There we go. The physique is raised. God damn it. Why didn't I try that before pry barring the dumpster open?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, Whirling in Rag.
No, I don't need to pry
This
bars
trash
open.
container is locked.
Open the padlock
The
with a
sliding
key
lid
like a
with
normal person.
well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. Don't.
Disappointing.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yeah. The description actually grosses me out in this game a lot of the time.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
A whole pair of pants?
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them
That's
in here,
disgusting.
officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty. Or emptied. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye.
There's also this disgusting noise of garbage being rummaged through.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban
Learning about the
scenario.
perp. How far
the
away
rest
am I
of the
from a
rags
level,
are
by
just
the way?
kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
We need to ask the kids who put them here. Yeah, I want to get back in Kuno's good graces.
What's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Right, because Gart just said only certain people can get in there, so...
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Search the food
It's
waste.
just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Ooh, I'm a man.
Looks like we found your paperwork.
Oh, man.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it.
There we
You've
go.
even got an autopsy form.
That's the level up I'm looking for.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It must have been cramping my style. I think I don't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. I'd rather not talk. It must have been cramping my style.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
You know, that's a fair criticism, Kim.
Easier said than done. How could this pathetic cabbage of copy paper and plastic ever become très disco?
Okay, I'll do
It would
that.
also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
It's giving me a lot of options to push back against Kim, and I don't know, I just don't have it in me to do that. He's my partner, you know?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. You've
I don't
done
need
this
to hear
before.
any of these garbage
The movements are
descriptions
recorded
anymore.
in your elbows. The methodology in your fingers.
Dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. You see, you've
Can I
done...
use the
No.
other one?
A box falls into pieces
Nothing.
in your hands.
And the mug.
You
Let's
pick
check
out
that
a
mug.
broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
It's a racist mug.
Mm-hmm.
And Kim clocks that I've taken the
The
racist
container
mug.
sounds a muffled gong.
But like I said, it always gives you an item for a reason. I'm gonna probably need
That's
that
one thing
racist
on
mug.
the list. I think we got it all.
Okay. So I like not having There's nothing I have to pick right now to try to get by something. I just want to pick what I want to pick. My spirit to corpse super high. See, these are like so low, it's almost like why even bother? Whereas I could raise something like half-light. Threaten people. I've not had to do that yet, but I imagine I will later in the game. Endurance. I don't know when that would come up where it wouldn't be physical instrument. Electrochemistry. That's interesting just to have like the clear highest one. See if that comes with anything. But no, maybe these. These are a bit low, and I'd like having them in the 5s as well. Perception. Like, that's a good one to have, you know. Or composure as well. Keeping the poker face. My character is being humiliated a few times. And especially with Everard, I'm going to be dealing with him. I think I'm going to put up the old composure. Accept changes and close. There's a bag. What was I going to look at in here? Interactable. I'll look at this mug first.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read here.
Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm not going to use it as an example of what not to do. I'm going to push this in the face of every merchant and say, is this your ideology? I can basically virtue signal it saying, the mug didn't belong in the trash, can't anyone take a laugh anymore? I don't really want any of these. I guess I'll pick the first one.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it?
Yeah, the game shamed me for taking a stance there. Damaged ledger. It's still got a banana peel on it. It's all disgusting.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board.
I think I got it.
What more do you need? A rubber condom stuck to the back. A graffito that says defeated. I think you catch the drift.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart.
What is in there? What are they about?
Strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages.
I didn't realize
and an
the
odd
papers were
name.
this deep.
What do you mean? Is that all?
Is that all? Is that it? Were they mentioned in the name convention here? Count the pages. I have to open an official case.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain.
Commit to
The
paper.
ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely.
I'll use the pen. Or no, Kim would have a pen.
The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt.
He's not going to want to give me a pen.
He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Nor did I give this to you with resentment.
The tasks you've
He
completed
knows
flow out
he's
to the
not seeing
blue
that pen.
oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor. And inspect the victims. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager.
Cross out the ones you've already done.
A satisfying
Wow,
slash
so I was on the
sounds
way.
across the paper. You're done, it seems.
And a fuck you to you too.
That last
Wow.
one cuts a slash right through the paper.
That's the first time I've had my morale healed by what I was doing.
Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the
Lieutenant,
citizens'
have
militia.
you named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man. The furries are at home in the mirror. Furries or furies? The setting sun. Shit on a stick. I like the Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
I like impressing him. I could have said shit on a stick, and I'm sure he would have been unimpressed.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Love it. I love you can just sort of stand in one place and gain levels based on what's in your inventory. There was mention of convention.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
They're written
yes,
in capital
all
letters.
caps. One is called The Next World Mutant. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout.
I'd love to solve the murder at the hookah parlor, to be honest.
You like this grimy murdering, don't you? Wish there was
Sort
one
of.
there about a drug den. You love those. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done.
I'm
you
done
don't
looking at these
exactly
files.
close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers.
My
They're a
logic
little
is
further
bad.
from your nose now.
I want to inspect this clip.
An
Is there anything
aluminium
to
block
that?
runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the rights.
What is this?
That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
How can I read
Any
it?
capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Nice.
It
What kind of
depends.
information?
Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and...
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that. Your kill count. Yours will surely have your kill count.
Okay.
While a bunch of
My
sodden
kill
papers
count.
sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight.
I wonder if I'm gonna kill anyone in this game yet. I've punched out. I've knocked out. I'm 2-0. Or I guess 2-1.
In the
Browse
back,
yellow
you see
files.
thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
I won't spend too much time with these, but I do want to. I don't know how deep these
A
are.
dozen
Though.
pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. Color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs.
Field autopsy.
Good, yes. We can return to the dead body. By
Right.
now it smells exquisite.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sanded,
I'm gonna smell
the
my
acidic
ledger.
stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It, you know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Shut up, nose. I don't need your help.
Your nose does not understand what it did wrong.
Okay, put the ledger away. Enough of this. I've checked out the rest of this stuff. What is this?
Hear that? Magnesium.
Composure.
That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels.
What? But I want to be a drunk, not a magnesium
Yes,
addict.
and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
I didn't realize composure was going to push me towards drugs. I need to mag it up.
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
Okay, I'll do it.
1 stroke? Don't be so modest. He's having one right now. Yes, if you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Just remember, it's not the alcohol. Buy more of that too. Alcohol is not the problem.
Thank you, electrochemistry.
And
I'll
it's
keep that in
certainly
mind.
not the dextroamphetamine, nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee.
Oh.
It wreaks havoc on your gastrointestinal system.
That's interesting. I thought electrochemistry would like all substances, caffeine included. But should I internalize the thought? Do I want to be a magnesium addict? This isn't a crossroads I thought I'd come to in this game. -1 shivers, no shakes. Why would I want that? Oh, no, that's the research. That's the temporary as you're researching a bonus. Okay, hey, you know? Or I don't think I can here. You know, I liked being a superstar. I think I'm going to stick with that. I like having my empathy towards Kim. This doesn't really do anything for me. So maybe I'll forget it and become a magnesium-based life form. Oh, it costs money to forget, and it costs money to unlock. Okay. Well, for now, it'll stay the way it is. I can look at this body. I'm sure I'll get a bunch of points.
The rotting man lies on his side with his... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Open your ledger.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in box. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
I, assistant.
That's you.
Harry Dubois. I'm going to adopt this name. I'm not going to try to push this forced
The corpse
name
is
I came up with
indifferent
at first.
to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
Write
Next.
it down.
NA.
What's my name?
Next.
Yeah, we don't know the name.
NA.
We don't know the date of birth. We don't know
Roughly
the age.
50.
Right, roughly 50. Do those two wavy lines mean roughly? I didn't
The
know
corpse looks ageless, like meat, teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
that. It's disgusting.
Mondial.
Race. Mondial. I don't know what that means.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex, we know this one.
Fucky, fucky!
Wow, I didn't expect that.
Pigs can have sex.
Right fucky fucky, right male, right pig's gonna have sex. No, I'm gonna keep this serious,
Nor
guys.
does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
4th,
What else?
51.
9. Body identified by is non-applicable.
Case number 7.
KK57.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment? What are we talking
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
about? No, agreed, no.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Oh my god, you're just getting like side stories from fucked up cops through the spirit decor.
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one.
Jesus.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
That's a lot.
We should start the postmortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings.
Close.
External
The
summary.
deceased wears all.
See, it's up.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive.
The disappointment is palpable.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
This will be the first time I've sort of strayed from the road with Kim, but I do want those boots.
Tattoos.
So I'm going to leave it off of the report. Tattoos.
The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman, well-nourished.
The spine
I'm just writing all this
more
down.
than the lieutenant compensated for.
Of course, I undercompensated. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair
Touch
is
the corpse's hair before moving on.
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain, cold to touch.
Stroke his
Not
hair?
that different from
Gently?
a living person. The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to your hand, like thread off a rag doll's head. There's brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Keep petting him. I want to see what Kim's going to say.
More hair sticks to your hand. Hair off the rain-soaked head of a dead man. There are bumps and dips on the skull below. An alien landscape.
Write it down,
Lividity
adding
is
the
consistent
brilliantine.
with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Oh, yeah, the kids were throwing rocks at it.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Bite marks. Write down, but I meant for high velocity. Yeah, Kuno, I
You
will.
get your mark.
Pulling on the belt. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the
It's
material
still
cannot
wiry.
be cut.
There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Yes. We have the chain
The
cutters.
hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Ugh.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Yes, I'm Kuno's pig, I agree. I'm not your pig, Kuno. Okay, physical instrument, cut the belt off. This would be really shitty to fail, as it's a one-time try.
After some deliberation,
Double
you
sixes,
sink the
let's
cutters
go.
into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises
Nice.
to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
Jeez, the lieutenant is kneeled closer, running his fingers along the dark red groove until there's a gap. That's disgusting.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest.
I'm
Pulling
so
up.
glad I passed that roll, guys. That would have been the worst.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
Oh, he pulls down the man's underwear. You gotta check the dick.
No, let's get out and see.
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Inspect the genitals. I want to inspect
The
them.
dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish.
Okay, that's enough of this. Touch it. I could touch it. Alright, I'm gonna touch it. Sorry guys, it's for the good of the...
Doesn't feel like
Let's
anything.
play.
Just cold flesh under your finger.
My pig's so fucking ill right now.
Yeah. So yeah, I impressed Kuno. I got 5 experience. It was totally
Your
worth
pig's
it.
pretty sick, I gotta say.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact.
Kim said
but
nothing about
asymmetrical.
that.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
This is the body of a soldier, a mercenary. I thought we knew this already.
We have a real museum here. Last item, hands.
Pick up the hand.
The hand is surprisingly heavy to lift, filled with decay liquids. Feels as though it could explode if squeezed harder. You're suddenly repulsed, so much so you feel compelled to drop it.
Hands are clean.
I've never
No
checked a
sign of
dead body,
injury
but I
from
really
stroke.
feel like I'm going through the motions here. Write it down.
Ooh.
I'm sort of done with this.
That's all for the external.
Internal
Central nervous
summary.
system. I have nothing.
You don't even have a joke.
Musculoskeletal.
Right, NA, nice.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
If I gotta hear it, you guys gotta hear it. But
You hear cracks
that's
as the
gross.
lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off.
These kids are really fucked. I mean, if you were that age,
The hyoid
this would be
bone is
super
fractured.
traumatic.
The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Respiratory system.
He begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are
He's
used.
really doing it. The dead man's teeth cut into his gloved hand.
Oh my
Oral
god.
cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
No
What's inside his
scream,
mouth?
no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. No, you don't.
Alright.
You can keep it in. You can keep anything
Look
in.
deeper inside. The only reason is, you know, in games like these, in mysteries, sometimes there's a note jammed in their mouth for some reason.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration.
But no,
Mute
there's just
silence
more
as always.
darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Right, NA.
Same for toxicology and serology.
NA.
Cardiovascular. Gastrointestinal.
Alright,
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write down and keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries,
Let's see.
summary.
We have bite marks,
almost
contusions
done.
on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Bite marks
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries.
by birds.
Predation by birds has caused. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal. Hey, I'm no doctor, but I don't
Agreed.
think these birds killed
Next
them.
injury?
Contusions from the
So,
rocks.
The scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
He's confessed.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and
You know,
chest,
it's just so
where
funny.
the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of
Non-fatal.
injury,
Once
2
again.
boxes.
Right. Next,
Ligature marks.
a dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck. with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Okay.
Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush. What was that about no clawing around the neck? You'd be clawing for your life.
That's right. I don't think this guy was killed by hanging.
Why do you say that?
I'm serious. I don't think this was the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Because I played this game before, and I know. No. I arrived at the conclusion through psychic arts.
Now you're just undermining yourself for the sake of it. What's strange is, I agree. I was sure we had our cause of death here, and now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being.
That's good.
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Another skill point.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Try to remove the dead man's boots. It's given me so many chances. Search the body one more time thoroughly. Or I could try talk to him again. I was going to raise my perception anyway on my next skill point, so I'm not doing it just for this. But I am going to raise it. See how much that goes up here. 42, that's pretty good. I don't really want to talk to him either, so I'm going to try the perception.
Your arms reach out and your eyes close.
42.
As if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
Alright. And I'm using my fingerless gloves for this, remember?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Squeeze his nose like a clown.
You pick it between your fingers. The mess feels large, very porous somehow. Keep crawling, lest you break it.
Crawl up his nostrils.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Push.
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage.
The fuck is he doing?
The thing you're looking for, it's not here either.
Put your fingers in his mouth. But I look deep in there.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Play with it. This feels right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums, and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open your eyes and
vision
look.
Of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate.
Tell me there's something there.
You see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Touch it with your finger.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
The fuck is happening?
Oh my god.
Ah, shit, see?
Push deeper.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull, The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
This is a disgusting way to spend the afternoon.
All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Punch a hole through his mouth?
The cartilage leaps in with a crack, like some fruit. Just like that, your hand is in his head. Strange fluid streams down your wrist, and then you feel it with the tip of your finger.
Kim's not saying anything here, this desecration?
Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
Oh, it's shrapnel.
The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Interfacing 92. Come on, please. Woo! Those are good odds. I'll take that every time.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
whisper, I got it.
My pig's fucking got it?
What is it?
So
the inside
fingers
of
out.
the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat drip with a plop. Your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Wow.
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
It's a bullet. We got it, it's a murder.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifle. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant. It's a gift.
No, you deserve it.
From me to you.
We can log it later. We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
God damn right. Like Heisenberg.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion, non-fatal.
Non-fatal.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
It was all treatment. Nah, I'm using the word he taught
and
me.
The belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts for a while now. Since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
I didn't do half this well in my first run through his autopsy because, like I said, my perception was so low.
We
so this is all
didn't fall
great.
for it, he thinks. There's pride in there.
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a
anyone
bathroom.
do this? Maybe the
Be
bullet
sure
holds
to make
more
use-
answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
What happens next?
We put him in a bag and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. The body bag should contain the odor for the duration of the transport. I would drive him to processing, but it's too late to do that today. I'll do it first thing tomorrow. No problem. One more thing.
Beautiful.
This was really good work, detective.
Nice. For once. Didn't I talk to him last time anyway?
All right.
I'm done with this corpse. It's even...
There go those beautiful enamel boots. May they rest in processing.
Oh no, I almost solved it too quick.
In another lifetime.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Alright. This feels like a pretty good spot to put a pin in this. Once I get through this conversation, I'm going to take a 5 to 10 minute break. It's in that car. Then maybe I'll come back. I will come back and get the key from Manana, and then I might talk to the lady that used to work at the Whirling Rags on the radio there. I forgot I still had that conversation to do. But if you've been watching, I know there's a couple of you, so thank you. And, yeah. I'm gonna be back in 5-10 minutes after I have another smoke, maybe make another coffee. We'll see you then. Disco Elysium, hello, welcome. We are back, everybody. Cool. So let's keep this show rolling. Next guy I talked to, Manana. Where are you? Always good to get a bit of water. Alright, this guy. I liked him earlier. We got along well. Got no problems with this guy.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
It was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
This guy is working for Everard, though, so you gotta keep him, you know, at arm's length. I think he is a piece of shit, most likely.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everard said he had a key, buddy.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity and took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I consider myself a bit of a hustle grinder, so I'm gonna say that.
I'm not so sure about the hustle grind, but... You know, it doesn't matter. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse.
Us stand-up comics love talking about hustling and grinding.
Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
So I am a hustle grinder. Alright, I already knew where this place is.
The janitor gave it to me. None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? I'm more of a philosophical dock worker, see.
Yeah, we're done talking, bud. Okay. Now I can go back to that place. Because I want to go back for two reasons. I want to, do the threat that I'm supposed to do, but then I'm pretty sure I can enter the apartment building back there as well. And there's all sorts of people and things to grab. I don't really check down here. Sorry about that cough. So I think I am. Yeah, the body's done. I didn't realize. I don't even know if I got the body taken away the last time I played this game. I think it just stayed there for the full run. So having it not there is great. I feel like that's progress in the game. Even though I am still on day one here, it's only 6 o'clock.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails, you try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head.
Well, now all I'm meant to do is unlock it and then just leave, which obviously would freak out whoever.
The sound of the key turning still
the
echoes in the yard. Hopefully no one heard. Good job. Let's go now. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in there.
Now that's the part I was wondering about.
As you hold the open door, you can feel the air moving.
What's inside? I mean, if the door's open, there's got to be something in here for me. I've never seen an empty room in this game yet.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Is this like a racist set of mugs?
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable.
Because I happen to have a racist mug.
The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
Okay, so I think maybe the person living here is a racist. Maybe it's the racist lorry driver.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
I was just thinking that, Kim. Whip out your yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash.
Ah,
And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash? Right, I still have to talk to Gart about that.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might...
Yeah, neither was I, Cam. That's why I forgot about it. The smell of disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals. Yuck. Whomever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. You'd like my t-shirt. Again, another reference to the t-shirt. Inter-solidary dress shirt. What's that all about? 1 plus logic versus my 1 plus physical. No. Stained wife beater it is still. Plus the yellow collar matches the hat and the pants. I just like this guy's look right now. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. Alright. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What is that? It's funny, Encyclopedia will just fill you in on stuff here and there.
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
I wonder what Kim has to say about this.
The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
I'm not going to bow to any flag.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Old-fashioned. I wonder if that's meant to be like the... What's that redneck flag? I forget. You know, the Dukes of Hazzard one. Fuck, that's gonna bug me. Write in the comments if you remember the flag I'm talking about. Is there anything in here for me? Nosafed. I realize I don't have any booze or magnesium in my system here. I'm sort of failing as the drunk cop. I'm gonna have to hit the liquor store soon. Speaking of magnesium, alright, let's get going. What is that? What was that thought? There we go.
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier.
Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably. But a history of violence streaking all across Revachol.
Alright. I sort of don't care about... It's weird, my character feels more invested in the bullet holes than I personally am.
There must be another way into the building.
Oh wow, that sounded weird. Kim's voice echoed weird into my ear. Alright. So where to go from here? I could go talk to Everard. Let him know I've done his bidding. I could talk to Gart while I'm here. I feel like the day's gonna end like sooner rather than later if it's 6 already.
Can I help you?
Oh man, my favorite song in the whole game, by the way. Here's your key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
He can trust me a bit, and now I'm going to turn the tables on him. I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
If you remember in the last play, I was, like, heavily accusing him of having done the murders. Maybe you don't remember. Maybe you were sleepwalking.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Could you have put them... Yeah, that's... Hey, fair enough. Touché. Could have someone in your staff have put them there. Who else has the keys?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
Okay, I'll take that, Kim.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container.
Thank you.
I don't care. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Yeah, I already... Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Sylvie is the person
Yes.
I meant to talk to on the phone later. I've seen something here at the Whirling Guard, something I need to talk about. Goodbye. I still don't have any of his money. I'm not sure where I'm going to stay tonight when the clock runs out. I don't think this kitchen was open earlier either. Okay, there's a start. The aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek.
Kubek.
It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Kubek. Sounds representative. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Got some
He
impressive
smiles
spots there.
and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
I don't think I need to say anything else. I've worked in a lot of kitchens with a lot of chefs. I've never actually seen the classic chef smoking a cigarette in the kitchen while working. But I'm sure it happened. I was born in 1990. I'm sure it happened a lot before then. Which is disgusting. I think every chef I've ever worked for has smoked lots of cigarettes. Which is weird. I mean, they're chefs, you'd think. I don't know. Maybe they need to dull the taste buds. If you're a chef, feel free to reply in the comments. 480. I know I should be thinking about 100 real, but I want to stay true to this drunk cop character I've been doing.
A colorful display.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Here you go, mister.
Alright, see you later. I wonder if the vodka is like that much better. It's 30 real. Sorry, I keep calling it pounds. Which is weird, because when I moved to England, it was such a hassle not calling it dollars, and now you get set in your ways. Now, so where do I have to go? What side quests do I have? It's been a while since I've needed to look. Ask him to tell me about the case. Track down your badge. Scene carry open. I did this. Joyce's info on the lynching. Who put the clothes in the trash? Wash off the death smell. Okay. Well, I'll talk to Sylvie. This is right here. Then I'll talk to Kim. What is this?
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
I really like that shot.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the
What am I
sky,
doing?
cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. Humid, your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. It's like he reads my mind. We're such good partners. Got to level up off the 5. You love that because you're not expecting it, you know. Perception. I want to have really high perception. I'm going to keep pumping these bottom ones. Even more than the strength. I don't think I'm going to be a threatening guy. Unless, I mean, you never know. I have already spin-kicked a guy.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Okay. Pick on the
This is
radio.
Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need to connect me to a civilian. A Sylvie. She may have reported a
What
murder.
is the number, officer?
Change of plans. Her number.
Didn't Gart give
Yes,
you a number?
hold on. Her number is...
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Oh, hey, Sylvie. It's funny, you can still see her portrait even though she's just on the phone. She seems nice. Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
She recognizes your voice almost immediately. Uh-oh.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
She wants me to ask her out. I don't think that's true. So many options. Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
My badge is missing.
Oh, no. I haven't. Sorry.
Damn it.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Kim doesn't have a uniform.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
Was it you who called the police?
Not me.
But why didn't you call with a corpse behind your workplace?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
I mean, you should have called the police. That is sort of strange. Everyone should have called.
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
Oh.
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Just like Jacob said in the chat earlier, I am the authority around
Okay.
here. Okay. That didn't really help. Tell me exactly why did you let a corpse hang your back? I'm gonna back off.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. I'm sorry about that.
Alright, do you know who made the
No, sorry. I don't.
Damn it.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's film, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen my gun? Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash bag? I think I know all this already.
You tried to jam it down the toilet, sir. Clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it.
Wow.
I am sorry about that.
My guy's a piece of shit.
Anything else,
She's
Detective?
so apologetic. I think she hates me. You quit your job at the Whirling
Why
Y.
did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Okay, I won't push you. Are you ever coming back?
Maybe, I don't know. I
Alright.
just know I do hope so.
I'm sort of done talking with
Don't
her.
call me again. Bye.
Please don't call me again. She doesn't... Why does she seem angry? -1 because I said I'm the authority. Let's roll the dice.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like Gart.
Yeah, it definitely is some other guy
You
like
know
Gart.
women and their constant problems. Yak, yak, nag, nag. How's one supposed to get the love going like that? That's where you step in. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire, Help the poor girl out.
I'm
Lest she turns
happy to
into
help. Maybe I could do without this
spinster.
internalized misogyny.
What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
Please, no, I don't want to say any of those things. Yeah, I don't want to do a love
You're
quest.
just a gimp. What? Nothing's wrong. It's just sexuality.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
Alright.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Yeah, I've sort of, like, in my older age, strayed away from romantic quests in video games. I find them sort of weird. I was replaying the Mass Effects last year and got into romance in Mass Effect 2, and the cutscenes are just fucking weird, you know? But to each their own. I also didn't feel like Sylvie wanted me to pursue her there, so that would have been awkward.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
This is the Coupe Cinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
I think I've
In
already...
the cabin, you see...
I've got everything I need from this car. Alright, so it's back to being sort of open. I think I am going to report to Everard if they're still open. I think he's my best shot at getting money when I tell him that I've accomplished my goal. I'm pretty sure my first run through the Wild Pines lady gave me money. That's how I was able to stay at the Whirling Rags, but I'm not sure where you stay if you don't get the money, so... You know. Time is pressing. Quite a ways to go. I hope like his office doesn't close at 6 or something stupid like that. Also, it would be nice if there was some sort of fast travel in this game, but I don't know. Like one at the Whirling Rags, one at Everard here, and then one at like the Wild Pines lady maybe. But I'm nitpicking a bit. I love his just, he turned one of, like, the shipping containers just into an office. I worked at a place, Escape to Freight Island it's called. They just made a bunch of office buildings and shit like that out of shipping containers. It's pretty cool. Even though it was a chaotic disaster there.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
So he knew about the chair, you fucker. I opened the door like you asked. Can we discuss the murder now? Right to it.
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs. I didn't want to tell him, but it's just too funny not to say.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's Rainbow Coalition. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
He really reminds me of the Flight of the Conchords boss, except like a big fat guy, but that voice is so weird. The mug collection was in the apartment. I found a similar mug in the trash.
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Oh, you gotta hate this guy.
Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
But this weasel might have cleaned up
Believe me,
after
Harry,
the killers.
he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton.
That's not how you baton someone. The technique is way off. You strike with your whole body, not just the baton.
There's more to police working than whacking an imaginary baton. No, you have to put your weight behind it.
Oh, Harry, thanks for the tip. I'll leave doing the real damage to you. You are the real police officer, after all, not me.
You said the lynching and the strike are related. How? How would he know
By
that?
now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
What do you mean?
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
Oh, wow.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Real deal guys. So he's saying this guy almost deserved it. And he also seems like he would have motive.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
You have a village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical and so is the village. But the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Alright, go on.
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
Go on.
About my fun container? It's a hoot, Harry. Who knows? Maybe. But enough about me and my container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them. All hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy. The one who likes hanging out and trees.
Wow.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
This almost comes across as a confession.
An entire neighborhood of killers.
Who exactly did the pushing here, buddy?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
What the fuck? So Titus Hardy...
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
So an accomplice...
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping container? There was a bullet in the man's head.
So they shot him.
Pleasantly surprised. Oh, jeez.
He was shot in the head before he was hanged.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into that yard. What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. If anyone can get to the bottom of this shot and hanged man, it's my two little policemen. Godspeed, policeman.
Feels like he already gave me a name. Titus Hardy.
Oh, they are simply fine young men. All 7 of them. Exemplary union members. Always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind.
I'm sure they
did.
did.
Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Sounds like the lads.
You know what,
that you'd
Harry?
see in a pub.
I got a feeling they're going to show up in full force tomorrow.
What?
The lieutenant marks something in his notebook.
Fuck. In the future, I could use your backing. Can you ask them to cooperate?
But of course! It's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded.
When you meet this
My good friend
Titus, tell him about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why are you giving this to me?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Take it.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
What's wrong with that?
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions? Was it a good tour? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And, of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
What? Did I fuck up in conversation, or was he just always going to say this?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
What?
He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
You're right not to trust me. Take care of me. I'm a hustler. I'm grind. I'm a money engineer. I'm more left than you are. That's true, because he's a corrupt fucking union boss? I don't know, actually.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
See, I do want to work for this guy. Again, I want to see where he goes, so
I'm
I
glad
will do
you
it.
asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
Roller skating, not drugs, Harry. You like this.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
What does Kim think of this? I really have been leaving him in the dark. I know he's going to be furious I took that bribe.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your call.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the... On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves.
So he basically wants me to push poor people out of their homes.
Skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious
like a lefty
spirit.
would do, I guess.
You
He's
bring
so
joy to my
left-leaning.
heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
I met Joyce. I might as well tell him.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals.
We're all
I love
trying
it.
to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun.
All right, let's talk
I'm
about
not a
something
jealous.
else.
Of course, Harry. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your... Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
Wow.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
That's the thing I wanted to bring up. This drug trade, because she's basically accusing him, and now he's trying not to point his guns at her. I don't know.
What?
He's full of
Harry,
shit.
How could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
I am.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend.
Oh no.
But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
I don't want to break my relationship with him,
I
actually.
trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
Oh,
you
no.
too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Look at him drive the wedge.
Don't take it. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
I think
See
that's
you
it.
soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Well, that went pretty bad. I wanted 100 real from him. He gave me 5. He didn't trust me with the information. No gun. I'm gonna talk to Kim.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know? Good.
Actually, I guess nothing. I thought that was for, like, experience points or something. Do I have a point to put up? No, I don't have a level up. But I'm 10 away from one. And when I do... Maybe reaction speed? I'm not sure what I'll put up next. Task, the map. I didn't realize you had to find a map, and I just haven't yet. God. Count it to the list of things my character just doesn't have. Is this guy still here doing nothing? I wonder if he'll tell me anything juicy
hey,
about
mister.
Everett.
I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building.
Oh, that's the guy. I found
get so
his
far before they're
his
able to
checklist
get
right at the
back.
beginning of the stream.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine.
Nice.
ain't
What
so
was that
picky.
about borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
So it was not a secret code for alcohol. It was actually borscht. I'm glad I got to the bottom of that.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling rags.
Looks like it's spiked. I'm gonna have to look into this. Maybe check out that smoking chef again and see what he's up to.
Sure.
He didn't actually understand what you meant. And now...
That's what I love. I didn't think that conversation would really have anything to give me. And now I have this new little side quest I didn't know existed. And another riel for my trouble. Maybe Gart will accept 783. I can't open that. Can I pry it open? We've established my character loves using a pry bar. I'm pretty sure blue means it's pryable. Whoa, what are those? Take it all. The Ultra Series glove. Half-life, unfiltered contact. I think that's talking to the dead, if I'm not mistaken. But what's the one I have on? No. Sorry, the fingerless gloves are here to stay for a while, I'm pretty sure. Unless something put up like a couple attributes. Tried to get in here earlier in the first part of the playthrough. I was unable to.
Container. Its drawer has not lessened since you...
Nothing for now. So I feel like I'm running out of things to do in day one. I know I can't get to the other side of the pond where I have to extort those people apparently until Wednesday. I'm guessing it's a Monday. What is that box down there? Can I get to that? Oh, I might have to be on the other side. God damn it. Oh, I've already been here. Alright, let's get out of here. So yeah, it would be nice. Would be nice to figure that out. Where am I going? Getting trapped in circles here. So to figure out how to get to the other side quicker is what I was trying to blather out there. And Yana, does he know anything?
What a wondering man. How can I help you?
Talk about these mugs again. I'm so into them.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, there you go. Man with such a funny mug collection can't be that bad. No, I'm not going to say that. See how we're all busy concentrating on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants.
Like I said before, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm done with these mugs, to be honest. I've had enough conversation. Where can I go now? I am reaching an impasse of this game. Maybe I will talk to this book lady's mom. Ask him to... See, it says that like I didn't do it already. Pay for damages. Can't do that. Track down... I like it'll tell you sometimes, the quest. This might take some time. Choices info on the lynching. I just don't want to help that little girl. I don't know what to tell you. She should learn the value of a hard day's work, I say. Oh, here we go. I didn't find a sad song. I don't know why my character wants to sing a sad song. I'd much rather sing a happy song.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
What's in the borscht?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait, for you to speak.
Yes.
Borscht need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
So the secret is solved, and my inner thoughts were right.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed.
I want some of this vodka borscht.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Turn it up.
He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew.
Hell yeah. Also, he's friends with Manana.
The
That's
mention
interesting.
of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures.
Okay, that's good. Have another drink. As soon as my guy becomes not drunk, I will take another drink. Interfacing master machines, pick locks and pockets. That's gotta come in handy eventually. So we'll do that. I'm not putting too much thought into them, you know? I feel like in this game you can level up and then spend an hour trying to think of, like, what am I going to need next? Or even to wait. I don't know if you can I think it could be bank experience, so just wait and save up a few skill points, but I want to be compulsive.
Can I help you?
About the money.
Yes. Have you got it?
Can I pay with the giant novelty check?
You must be joking, right? You come here, trash everything, and now you try to pay with a novelty check?
What's wrong with that?
This isn't a game show. I'm not going to accept it. You owe me cold, hard money. I want to see that money in the palm of my hand. Every single cent.
I'm not even 10% of the way there.
Damn you, fat Everard. Your novelty check is useless.
You can cash it in at the local frit near the harbor gates, though it might not be enough to cover it.
The local frit. Is that the store where I'm getting booze? Or
Like
is
what?
that the thrift
I was
shop?
really enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
And why is no one singing karaoke? It's like there's this whole audience to watch karaoke. That guy still just passed right out. It's been a full day on the counter for that dude. I'm gonna guess the frit is up here. Talk to her. Well, is this a frit?
Is this about the
Yes.
questions again? Because I don't really know anything. Wow. I didn't know you worked for the Union, sir.
Wow.
Anything else I can do for you?
That was easy. Worryingly so. Blow the whole thing on speed and gin. Right now. Speed and gin. Great combo. Ask some local dealers, maybe.
A big part of me does want to buy that expensive bottle of vodka and see if anything happens, but I would hate to get this much money. The most I've had in the game so far, if you've been following since the beginning, 32 real. Holy shit. But to blow it on one bottle of vodka would be dumb.
Wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. Okay.
It'd be nice to
here.
have one.
I hope St. Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thanks. I love the cynical clerk. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I could have bought a sad song from the thrift shop. I'll check that in a second. I have actual money to spend here. Between those trucks down there, smokes. Go get them. What do they mean? Right here? Oh, nice. My electromagnetism, my electrochemistry is so high, you can just spot smokes.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Nah, I can't break this guy empathetically. It is getting snowier here. Colder, more depressing. You'd think at least if it was this depressing we could get a bit of sun, but no.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers, these once respectable speakers, a small...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
I want the speakers, though.
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
I want them.
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. Well, if you want... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground.
I'm not even sure where would I put these speakers.
If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for a little extra.
No. I don't want your 50 real sneakers. I thought there was something affordable here I could buy.
You keep coming back.
Yeah, there we go.
Prepare for springtime, right?
Can't get across. Is there anything over here? I didn't check this place before. Hot air rises up from the sewer. Sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. That's not a person. Can't get in the truck. Quick autosave here. I pried that open earlier. I know there's something I missed in here. I thought there was something I missed in here. Maybe it's in the conversation.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Do you have any trouble?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Specialize, zoom in, recapitalize. No, quite the collection.
It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Is he on something?
Entertained. He might be high. If he is, on what?
So I'm gonna call him out. I get +2 because his prices are strange, and then 1 because my composure noticed he looks psychedelic.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard.
I didn't
He's
even sweat.
probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
And of course I know exactly what that drug is. It is my strongest stat now.
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Step closer, sir. Could you take off your glasses? Now I'm gonna get straight to the point. So where does a man get I don't even know how to say it. That drug, pyroholidone, these days.
How would I know?
It's pretty obvious you're under the influence, sir. No judgment, just curious. Chill out, man. I'm a chill out cop who just wants some of what you're on.
Parolidon is just something you know, since the People's Power disaster.
I'm not trying to judge the man or make him feel small.
I was with the emergency relief brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
Tell me more.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
The pile sounds terrible. Where did I miss it there? The People's Pile disaster?
So much disappointment, and early death. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Jesus.
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
That's awful. They had their own, like, mini Chernobyl here.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Hey, don't go looking at me. I'm not radioactive.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Care to share some of that drug with me?
Have you tried it before?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get in. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
I think I've tried it once. I ride the Friaro every day, buddy.
Every day? You look the part.
Yeah, that's right.
Here you go, man.
A large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand. Very odd
Yes,
looking.
darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
Thanks.
Of course.
I just had it while drunk, by the way. I don't know if that's extra bad. Something I'd like to sell. Can I sell him stuff?
Let me have a look.
Check my pockets, my pawn menu.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
The figurine I bought earlier is 42. I don't know what these postcards do. I don't think they do anything, but I don't really want to sell it because it's nothing. I could sell Kim's pen. That would be funny, but no. And the photo of a couple. I'm not going to sell any of this stuff.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
I can't sell the picture of the corpse.
A photic path.
I'll sell my
Counter-radiance
clothes.
then. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
Happen to have any guns? Oh!
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
No.
I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
What?
No!
Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
I sold you my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
That's dumb.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind. Of course. Someone...
What? The lieutenant shifts from one...
That's a dumb question then.
You were and I don't like
you just
keeping
gotta go
guns
through
around.
the exact
She
same.
didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit... obsessive. But I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her.
That sounds like that skull lady I found earlier.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Yeah. Or maybe the Kunes, but...
Right, so, let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
She's a vigilante, wants to prove her she could do her job. I don't like it either. I'm sorry I sold my gun, Cam. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
Any idea where I could find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just...
Sure, man.
Maybe you can aid?
I doubt it, but I can try and answer it. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
Actually,
the
that's all I
pawnbroker's
got.
gaze is already fixed.
Alright, well I definitely got a lot more information out of that guy than I did the first time around. I do think I've looked at everything that I have the option to in the pawn shop, though. Which is sort of disappointing. I could have sworn I could get a CD there or something. What is that? Nice. Nossa fed. There's this guy. I think I talked to everyone in here. Almost 8 o'clock with my day. I know I can get more points out of talking to Cam.
Yes? What do you want to know? Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. 3 days ago, the RC... During that time,
I'm just skipping
the victim
through
had been
this.
a security guard. They didn't identify... There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in... Just to be clear, we
There
are
you go.
police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Good. What do you want? You mean 3 days
Whoops.
during a security... They didn't...
Sorry, I got
There's
stuck in a
That's us.
time loop.
The rêve à all citizens... Just to be clear, we are police officers. Good.
I want to talk about you,
Me?
Cam.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point.
You
All
are-
right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
He says no. Oh,
The
okay.
lieutenant nods.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
Do you ever have, like, conversations in your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So how do you know, tap the side of your
What?
head?
Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. Yours.
Good.
That's all
Let's
for
check.
now. Alright. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get inside that apartment building. Can I check these garbages yet? I thought having the bag meant I could check garbages for bottles. You can definitely check those books. But I don't really care to. Much like in real life, my character does not read books. Although there are a few. I've been wanting to get back into reading books. If you got any good video game related books, leave them in the comments, because I think that'd be interesting. Must be another way in. What's that up there? What does it say? A balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. Someone in there must know something. The smoker up there could be a witness. I didn't see a smoker. Oh shit. Is there a way to zoom out? There we go. I've been zoomed in this whole stream.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Alright.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Why are you whispering? It sounds like you're already
There's no
in trouble.
I'm just speaking in a lowered voice.
He says in a subtle voice.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Can I just have a cigarette?
Apologies, but this is my last one.
No, you liar. That's what you say to someone when you don't want to give him a cigarette.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
I need absolution.
Absolution? I don't know that brand, but I'm pretty sure you can get Astras at the Frit.
Can't you just, like,
I'm
toss
not sure
one down?
that's a good idea.
Shut up and throw, kid.
I'm not throwing anything.
There's no way you'd catch that cigarette anyway. Yes, really. Don't even try. You'll just...
As you wish.
I need to talk to you, though.
Is it really that important?
Yes.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
His building's so full of criminals that he can't
All right,
be
but
seen
make it
speaking
quick.
to me.
Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
By God, this young man has the body of a decathlete. His lithe form was practically made for vaulting over the high bar.
Son, do you train?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinet's standards.
I did that. I also got him taken away.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Did you?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Sunday friend sounds sexual.
A Sunday friend? How intriguing.
Electrochemistry agrees. What was your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
Someone can see us? Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
What a fake-sounding name.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
My rhetoric is terrible.
Occasionally. Why?
Give up smoking.
You're right. It's horrible for the skin. Very aging.
Not that he has to worry about getting old yet. He's sparkling with youth. A radiant demigod.
I mean, this place is so depressing, you'd have to smoke
No.
cigarettes.
We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Trying to bum a cigarette didn't help me here. My suggestion is terrible.
Time to bring out your secret charm.
I knew it.
Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side.
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry. Listen, I really have to go. Good luck with the investigation.
Damn it. I have to talk to him more. Look at him saunter away like that.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
I love that Kim's always paying attention. He caught that Sunday friend just like me.
There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we found the way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to bust that one down. That old lady can stuff it. I do love this game, and it's really brought me back. I was so excited about this when you heard about it, you know? Everyone was saying this was the game. I've heard it's sort of similar to Planescape Torment, this older game, which I've
A
been meaning to
sturdy
play.
metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Are you there? I've checked the backyard, couldn't get in.
We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
Fuck, my authority is so low.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you for potential prosecution. That's it.
I know my rights, and don't you mom me, boy.
Fuck, I thought that would really
But the sweeping
convince her.
on the other side has stopped.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Hold your horses.
Oh, she
I
believes
don't
me.
care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Just had to break her down over time. There she is. Looks exactly like the portrait. Let me see. I just want to see how far away I am from a level. 60 points away. Any clothes I didn't check out? I didn't really see if this is worth wearing. I love composure, and I don't really care for shivers. What was this one again? Plus corpse and plus shivers. Huh. It is a it is a different look. It sort of completes the hobo look, more superstar things. How bad does that leave me? Spirit to corpse 3. Shivers 4. What is shivers? But meanwhile, my composure, it's at a 6 now. Nah, I'm sticking with the cop jacket for a while. Close though. The graffito says a firing squad for the rich. Alright, let's see what this lady's got to say for herself.
Give me a moment.
She really is just running this thing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief.
This woman's health is failing her. There's not much to do. Not in this damp.
Can I call her a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
Oh, yes.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
I'm looking for Martin Martinez.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
God damn it. I knew it. That's the go-to fake name.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez. Like Jim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops. You really didn't get the joke there.
I got it.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
A young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, smoker on the balcony.
Yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Yes.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder. No trouble.
Talk? He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Well, the sun's really come out. My face is bright now. I do have eyes, don't worry. Thanks, I'm off. I'm sort of done talking to this lady. I want to check all the apartments eventually. Apartment 8, the mailbox is overflowing. I love it, a new area to dig into. I was sort of hitting a lull there, I'm sure you could tell. Number 9 is locked. Is that another postcard? Yep. Again, I don't know what they do. If you do know what they do, please leave a comment. Oh, some money.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door.
I heard you walking.
Sounded like a woman. A woman's shoes. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Who is this?
Do I have to open the door?
Yes, now you do. This is weird.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Sounds like Kathy Griffin.
Let's go.
Or
We don't have
underdog
a reason
lady.
to get inside that apartment.
Later then, entering this door seems a physical challenge.
I agree. I'll be back to apartment 10. One real. A 5-pointed star.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism.
Look out,
In other
Kim.
words,
I'll keep my armistice handy, detective.
Calmy's about. Drink up. I'm keeping an eye on it. You should count the... Someone count the drinks per stream if you want to. I think that was the 4th. I'm almost out of Pilsner already.
this door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Examine the
It's a
padlock.
solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Well,
better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Tool not in hand. Okay. Well, obviously no one's in there. They haven't been locked up. It's sort of annoying you have to equip the tool, like... They know which one I want to
This
use.
door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
I haven't had a tough fail yet in one of these. But this could be it. 17% chance of failure. I don't know why I'm worried.
The shackle snaps like a twig,
Yes.
and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
Now we're talking. I'm surprised Kim is abiding by this. A flamboyant poster of a white star, real lithography. Don't know what that word means.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns.
Kraz
The name on
Mazov.
the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
Mazov, sorry. Why does this tenant have a bust of Kraz Mazov in their bedroom?
He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Mazovianism. His theories about economic history greatly influenced, some would even say sparked, the White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
How fitting. You know, Kim is not a fan. Nice. A lounge jacket, and what else was that? Oh, I got a few of these drugs. That's good to know. Conceptualization. No, I don't really care. Books of critical theories, the monstrosities of capital, and such. That's funny. It's tough to like any ideology in this game because they really boil them down to their like most mockable tenets. I think I will end up being a utilitarian. I guess part of this stream is getting to know me because I will be doing a lot of these if you want to follow the page in the future, and so you'll get to see what I would do politically in a game. And it's not communism. Whoa! I like those shades. Show me the glasses. One logic minus authority. Yeah, why not? I didn't even know I could get glasses. So I've been walking around without shoes this entire time, by the way. That's the one thing I need to sort of fill my... complete my outfit, as it were. And that's sad. Missing pet posters plastered on top of each other. I can never take down a missing pet poster, you know? Wouldn't you feel like a piece of shit? A loud rumbling snore comes from within. Snoring is scary somehow. You should leave. Ooh, what's in here? Moss crawls in the bathroom tiles. Actual moss. Gross. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Commodore Red. Nice. I have a drink for after my next pills now.
Yes?
Oh, sorry, Kim. I wasn't trying to talk to you. Not that I don't want to talk to you. Not that we're not buddies. I always keep my coins in the bathroom sink. Just like that guy. So, balcony. That's where we want to go. Let's see if I can find this skinny cigarette smoker. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. The breaker box is full of cigarette bums and electric wires. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. Yeah, gets dark late. It's not like Manchester. We start getting dark around like 5 or 6. Someone is watching from within. Someone's just always there watching. It's creepy. Come watch me take their money. Someone's going rosemary, thyme, and a cactus.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Now, 28, that was the guy I was talking to.
This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Yes.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? The smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here.
Suddenly, he's a little worried.
Why tomorrow?
9 p.m.
It's going to be 29 minutes from now.
28. Good.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big
annoying.
apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow.
I don't think he's gone for today, but whatever. This is the door to apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. Why can't I just break into all the apartments like I did that one? Door to apartment 30. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. I didn't think buoyant meant anything musical. I thought it meant if it could float. Just a door, nothing for you here. There's that box I wanted to get to earlier. All of 75p. Alright. Well, there was a bit less to the apartment building than I thought, to be honest. I found the room of a communist. I found a lady that wanted nothing to do with me in her apartment. Oh, is that a different balcony there? I can go talk to Candy or whatever her name is. Oh, she might have bought my gun. I should go talk to her.
Temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius. Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
I don't know where this is trying to lead me to.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A stamp is red from the cold.
Alright, that's weird. Sometimes I'm not really following those little things. Waves crashing in the darkness. Someone has torn down the wall. Let's see what's inside this torn down wall. An old grocery list on the table and checks. Some money and I believe muscle fed. My health's been fine this run through. I don't think I've taken any damage Other than the cigarettes I smoked earlier. Which reminds me, maybe I should smoke more cigarettes. If you can't do it in real life, folks, a video game comes pretty close. Why doesn't it work when it's in your left hand? Does it have to be the right? And then also, can I read that book?
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead.
I don't want to read a book here, I know.
You flip
you
through
are
the
watching
book.
a stream.
The pages are
pages.
thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Okay, I won't make you sit through all this. I just want to see what happens
it would
when
physically
you read.
hurt you. Fuck it. Do it.
Read 10 more
They go
pages.
through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other. And so he toils. She spends the memory of their short time spent together, tortures the former lover as life leads. Good stuff. I fucking loved.
Alright. Sorry if you wanted to read that book. I don't know. I'm not going to just sit there through it. I feel like maybe it would be more boring. The bullet mushroomed out on impact. Oh, I didn't... look at that bullet next time, maybe. I just want to see what's out on this balcony. Let's see if I can get some answers here.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
I want to threaten her. I don't think she'll take me seriously.
Yes, Uncle Maynard. Huge trouble. You're gonna take out your metal detector and you collect...
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Heavy fuel oil? What the fuck? Is she trying to start a fire?
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Jeez.
Or what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands?
I wish you gave me the option to threaten it, like how I pointed a gun at the Kunas last time.
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet.
So you don't know what to
waiting for the
write.
right words.
You're committed to defacing the building. I have an
Yeah?
opinion. I love public art. I sort of do like graffiti, so I'm going to agree.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me.
But I thought she might have the gun. Maybe that's just not the person at all. It couldn't be, what's her name, Joyce, could it? It might be the Kunas. But then I feel like she would have pointed it at me when I pointed a gun at her in the last one. 34 is not bad. Wait, I might just smoke this cigarette. That's the price we pay to look cool. Someone sleeping here? yeah, I like when you get your answer right away. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Cindy? 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate, the rats of the city. Ugh. I hate rats. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Well, we know that smell already. Oh. Some home lever jeans. Can't get that one open. But maybe a pry bar. These tools have come in more handy than anything I've found in the game so far. Also, let's see what these are about. Electrochemistry, but reaction speed down. I don't like that. Whereas this one's electrochemistry and Save Fair down. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I got. After all, it matches my hat. Is that all in this room? So I'm finding okay money, you know, like more than I expected to have. But I'm still not even halfway to spending it, to paying what I owe. I wonder if he'll let me pay off like a chunk of it. Did I really hit all my limitations?
Hello again, officers. Have
Is
you
that bed in
come
the
to
coal room?
admire
Okay,
my
here we go.
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
It's sad, though.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this? It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does.
She looks
Like
down
me.
at the paint dripping.
Right now, I'm doing nothing at all. Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. But somehow, it never... Shoot, Piggy. It's what
Nothing.
you do with...
I really thought I was going to get more out of here once I found her bed. See, there's always just the chance one of your stats isn't high enough to have the conversation you need to have. I haven't found my badge.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Some
ingredients.
Meth
I think I already asked about
Shit,
this.
yeah,
Here's why I'm
baby.
skipping.
It's the party pipeline. Why would you want to shut that down?
Why are you trying to shut down the party pipeline? Oh, sorry, maybe I shouldn't have skipped
I
that.
assure you, officer, these are not the sort of parties you'd want to attend.
Hey, you don't know what kind of cop I am.
She has no idea what kind of parties you've been to.
Exactly.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Everart and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
No, give me a
The
lead.
lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they are vulnerable.
I think...
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Okay, I've made up
Yes?
my mind. We will take this case.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of... It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
I want money from you, but I don't think she's gonna give me any. Okay, so I know one of the lorry drivers is that hippie guy, who is a buddy of mine. Maybe he'll tell me something. The other one is the racist lorry driver, of course, because the other thing in his name other than lorry driver is racist, so we know him. Or I mean otherwise. The other way around. And then the third one I don't know if I've met. What's this thing? Something down there. Interesting. I wonder how I get under there. Well, he is right here, so...
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a guy who knows about drugs. He sort of does.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back.
He folds his hands behind
Had
his
some
head.
good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
Hey, who hasn't, buddy?
Those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Do you finance those other addictions with drug trafficking? I just want to be straight with this guy. He's my buddy.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Great word, conflagration.
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Okay, dude. You sort of pushed back more than I would have liked. I thought we were going to be buddies. Let's see what the racist lorry driver has to say about all this.
Looking for something?
What's your stance on drugs, big guy?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on his cigarette. You smell of booze and narcotics. What's the difference?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow.
Oh, geez,
it's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
I didn't want to get in this guy's racial views. That's all I needed to know. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs.
Not in, not out.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think?
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby. The man pulls on his cigarette furiously, probably still thinking about mosquitoes and ass cancer.
I found the mug in the trash. Oh, the mug, one more time.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but...
I don't know why... I got 5 experience for making a racist laugh. Saying one of these lorries had boxes spilling out the back of it. He's... Ooh! Are these boxes? No. Sorry, my eyes deceive me there. There's that old knotted out lady. And Kim didn't want me to bother her for some reason. What's in here? It looks like I'd be able to access that door. Is this the one? Oh, Mike, can I not access any of these? Or did talking to the racist give me any more options
again,
with this guy? No. Strange. I could have sworn I would have been able to access one of these. Oh, thank you there, Beck. I appreciate you. Hope it's sounding a lot better too.
Stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is... The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large...
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Yeah. The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
What a piece
there
of shit.
He is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over. He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit.
He was acting tough, but now he's on the ropes. Let's go in and make this fucking racist lorry driver sweat a bit more. As we near 10 o'clock.
Looking for something? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran.
Jeez.
His little side business is a scam. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his human ox lorry.
Where do I
Just
find him?
Follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil.
Yes, yes.
Looks like I offended your partner there.
Jesus.
Too bad. Sealang's usually
What's
a
over
little
here?
bit south of here. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right?
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang...
Guess so.
He's obviously just racially profiling this Sealing guy. But if he is the third lorry driver I'm looking for. Is there no other lorries I can get to? Is this Sealing? No.
You see a Samaran
Yes.
street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
We know this fella.
The name Sealang is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Ding, 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 ding.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
I hope he's not the drug guy. I hope it is the racist lorry driver.
You're very cool.
But this guy is looking to make some money. He's just giving me the finger guns. That's usually a drug dealer thing.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Bang, dude.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
A shakedown.
Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
Just kidding. I'm really here to shake you down for some answers to official police
Fire away,
questions.
officer.
I can learn finger pistols, but then that would have to replace the high five, the ace is high. What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Very smart.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
Now I have to tell him he's been identified by a racist.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does.
Well, then throw him under the bus.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my
Stop
day
squirming.
job.
What do you know?
This is my dream.
Once you get him in a lie, that's when you put on the pressure.
Nothing. I told
I've seen
you.
a lot of Jim
I'm
Can't
not a
Swim on
dumb guy.
YouTube.
I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd? You know, the drug crowd?
You're wasting my time. Tell me who the fuck is transporting the
Sure,
drugs.
please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please,
You-
don't get me into this mess.
I'm raising my
Husband,
voice.
babe, it's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Is the old lady? Is it the dazed out lady?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to that fucking weird lady.
I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
I have a 28% chance to get him to just give me money. Let's roll the dice.
No need to dress this.
Oh, okay.
No.
Are you trained?
Sorry, detective.
I don't like going through it. If it's not something I really wanted to click, I just want to get that roll. That's fine. I don't need your money. Let's go talk to this drugged out old lady and see if she's got the answers. Oh, Kim, you're looking to speak to me.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Oh, jeez, it's almost a day.
You should take care of that, then.
But I don't have
Let's
the money.
talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
I'll go talk to him in a second. So, to wrap up this stream, I'm going to interrogate this old lady, and then I'm going to go sort out where I'm sleeping for the night, and then I will say goodbye to you guys.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Excuse me?
No response.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Are you alright, man? Finally, she woke up.
Then I don't suppose you could tell me where we are, Lowman. Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Where else would you be?
Back in Mefka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero.
Oh, I like this lady.
Until you came along, that is.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, but I got some
Why
fucking
not,
questions.
Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
Are you the lady driver?
Did you just call me a lady, Harife?
Aren't you a lady?
The woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout.
I'm a lady like you are Gabriel Buenguerro.
Oh,
Only
fuck.
dreams.
I'm so close to dying morale-wise, I didn't realize
I'm only
I'd be here.
terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me. How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around?
Why? I don't want
my
to.
movies
Oh, man.
to go to.
I need some magnesium.
Oh, Sim.
Seem like a woman who might know a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary. Then what were you getting at?
What is it you're hauling exactly?
Your man, Lowman. What of it?
Are you smuggling drugs?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no... Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grad on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grad, Lowman?
I don't
It's
know.
diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
Damn this. Make her answer.
I don't want to push her because she could humiliate me again and then I would die.
Where do
So
you want
I'm
me
going to
to go?
conclude.
This isn't so bad. Or I can just relax.
I think we're done here, no?
I do too.
Yes, go.
Thank you, Kim. What a weird game. You're worried about, like, if this old lady humiliates me, I might die. My morale might hit 0, and then that's the end. How do I not have any magnesium? $39 real for day 1. That's not bad, I don't think, but who knows?
Can I help you?
So about the money.
What thing? Yes, not the whole damn. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Hey, that felt like a dig.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Was there something else?
That's not to nitpick.
Because I... What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Alright, I don't care about that. I want to talk about the money I know.
Have you got it?
Come to some sort of arrangement for tonight. Now we're talking.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I'm gonna let Kim say something.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
I still have my key, motherfucker.
Good luck trying to use it.
Fuck.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with
Damn
a
it.
master key before your guest key will open the lock.
I'll find a way to break it down.
Oh, wonderful. Try to do that. I'll have to call you an ambulance. Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant. We're done here.
Brutal. I really thought he was gonna let me pay like a bit. Fuck, now I gotta go to this motor carriage. And it auto-saves my That's the worst when you fail in a game like this and then it immediately throws a save on it. Not that I would ever think about going back.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable.
Four shiny
hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
God, I hope it's open though. It's 10:30. I don't know how I didn't know how late you could stay out in this game. Can I just stay out all night? That's always the plan if you get stranded in a city. Like, well, I'll stay out all night, and then there's no pubs that are open. It's from 1 a.m. onwards, you are fucked.
Hello, hello.
See if I can sell.
Let me know.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them.
Roy is obviously going to want
iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a misc banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course. I meant no offense.
Thank you. Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
Beautiful.
Anything else?
And I get to keep my 39.
Another time, perhaps.
Oh, nice. So I can spend that on the sweet liquor. Maybe I'll get that vodka I've been thinking about. Speaking of which. No, my morale would... Oh, I'm glad I didn't have a drink. My morale would plummet and my character would die. Which I really should get some magnesium. But I'm hoping this conversation won't kill me, and that I can call it a stream, worry about that
Can I help you?
tomorrow or next week.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money. I hope you choke on it.
Great. Perfect. I hope you enjoy your freezing cold room with the window you broke yourself. The electronic lock to your
Touche.
room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, please pay for each night in advance. 20 real per night. If you don't have the money, it's over for you. Got it? You've got nowhere else to stay.
Time stops advancing after 2 in the morning. If you haven't paid for your room by then, it's game over.
Oh, wow.
I
didn't realize that.
Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can...
Okay. Well, he talks a lot of shit. I did get a level there, too. I didn't really expect that. That's great. I sort of want to keep this high at a 7. I like having it as the top speed, or the top. But I don't know. Hand-eye coordination. All of these just sound so good to me. So I'm going to keep pumping them up. Back to my room.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Okay, this feels like a good final scene here.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
Oh wait, no. That puts my health down. Ah! I thought I just killed myself, guys.
The dying lights of the city
I'll
shimmer
smoke with
below.
him. That's what I wanted to do.
Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
Yeah.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in Jamrock, in the GRIH.
Why are they like
It's
this?
our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Hey, I'm trying to be
But I
optimistic.
wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Oh, come on, Kim. Don't say that.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it.
This is a great first day. I think I got a ton of shit done. Between, like, consider this whole stream and the last whole stream.
Our inspection
encapsulates my one day.
As it always can. But we have some leads we can follow up.
I found that bullet digging around in that guy's head.
Then you shot the body down, which was quite a shot.
Damn straight, I'm a sharpshooting cop.
On this occasion, I must agree. At any rate, your shot enabled us to perform a field. Moreover, you found that the hanged man wasn't just hanged, he was also shot. That was some excellent detective work.
That was disgusting.
And you managed to locate and pull out the bullet, so we can get ballistics, make up the gun. All this is invaluable.
First thing I'm going to do in the next stream is check out that bullet.
The rest is up to the boys in processing. Maybe they will surprise us by doing the job for once. There's still work to be done at the crime scene, however. We mustn't forget that. Now for the interviews.
I love doing interviews, and the people,
I'm sure.
they love me.
Well, we conducted an interview with our Claire.
Oh, that was a bad one.
He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. Claire also
he's a
helped
tough
you,
cookie.
how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Very
Moving on.
serviceable name.
We tried to interview the White Pines rep, but she asked us to do something for her first. Fine, so be it. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
It's true.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
That's how we roll in Precinct 41, baby.
Oh, and forgive me, this is just something I have to ask. If you have shoes, then why aren't you wearing them?
It's a fashion thing.
Suit yourself.
I didn't think I had shoes.
And you should probably consider wearing them anyway.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Nice. Do I have shoes? Have I had shoes this whole time? No, I don't. I did. If I did, I threw them away, I'm pretty sure. All these thoughts. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Alright, Kim. I'm going to bed. See you in the morning, pal. Did I forget something? Is that a shirt? Oh, it's an empty cassette case. Fuck. I thought that was...
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Oh, I didn't know that. Crawl in, baby. Clocking out.
Feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Alright. That's a perfect place.
And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to go through this. I want to make sure I can save afterwards.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
I have insomnia in real life,
Maybe
and
it's the bed's fault.
I hate having it mimicked in a video game. Roll over to the other side.
Better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind.
No more
Your
thoughts.
breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelid.
Alright. I'll see what this dream sequence has to offer. Oh no. It's me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry? Answer the question.
Nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Bloated corpse of a drunk.
Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't want it.
They were only
I like my
cramping
new
your
life.
descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
I can come back.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing help you? Why? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin sleep-like state. More glass than velvet. Grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Oh no.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your
I've
head
been here.
like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
That's gonna be me tomorrow morning when I wake up at 8 a.m. Healed health too. Healed morale. Oh, that's nice. And with that, no. Alright, I'll leave that thought for tomorrow. And with that, I conclude my first day in Disco Elysium. I want to thank you if you've watched to this point. I'm enjoying my run through very much thus far. I think it's getting interesting. I can't wait to go across the bridge in the next run. I can't wait to get in a little deeper with Everart, see where that goes. And yeah, if you followed, if you like what you're hearing, I also do a podcast, Game of Your Life. An episode came out today, actually, with the great Beck, talking Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So if you want to do that, follow me on Instagram. It's FunnyJordanD. And yeah, just give us tell a friend. You know, I'm enjoying doing these a lot, and I'm gonna keep doing them in the future. So I will get to the end of Disco Elysium, maybe probably 5 or 6 more run-throughs, because I didn't think one day would take this long. But yeah, thanks so much for listening, guys, and we'll see you next time.